All right, we're out here at private track. I'm going to try to do a sort of a comparison between these two bikes. It's a 22 cr450, which I got a couple months ago and have maybe 20 hours of ride time on it. And my cr250 here that was fully restored, basically stock. It's got higher compression than stock. I think the cylinder head is shaved, pro circuit pipe, and that's it. Well, the front brake too is a 280 millimeter front rotor, and then we have the same exact tires, the MX3S's, and up one tooth on the rear sprocket of each. Yeah, what am I saying? This isn't stock at all. This has newer front suspension from a 2008 Crf450 or Crf250, sorry. And then we have the custom oversized 280 millimeter front rotor. I think that one is only 270 stock. And yeah, the cylinder work, or the cylinder head work, and the pipe running on some avgas and VP110 mix. So close enough to stock. I mean, it's not a works bike by any means. And the suspension done by Kessler Pro Suspension, front and rear with the 96 rear shock. That definitely is a lot better than stock. So then we have this bone stock Crf450. What did I do? I changed the grips and went up one tooth in the rear. Still have the original tires on it. So that is stock. So what I'm gonna do is, I guess I'm gonna ride, I'll warm up on one or the other and get my best lap time. I'll strap the GoPro on and do a couple laps. I'm gonna need some time to get used to this again, even though I did ride this here at this track for a couple months when I did not have a 4-stroke. Yeah, I think this was like back ordered or something for maybe 4 months. So I was lucky enough to have this as my daily for those couple months and got really used to it. But since then, it's had some issues. I think it was an electronic issue. Pretty sure I have it figured out. And I replaced the coil. The coil was the only thing when I was restoring this bike that did not look like it was a Honda part. So it was on my list anyway to replace it. I replaced it. It starts a little easier. I only rode it down the street and it didn't sputter mid-range. So I'm hoping that this is fixed. If not, we'll see. Then it's just gonna be a ride day. So, all right, I'm gonna get geared up and get back with the GoPro on one of these bikes. Alright, lap time will start right at the face of this uphill triple. All right, quick pause. We just groomed up a pretty big, like, I don't know, what do you call it? Free ride jump. probably like 100-foot tabletop. And I was just getting some laps on the 4-stroke, getting used to it. I had to just hit the jump first. So I'll take some laps to warm up, but I'm gonna put the GoPro on and I'm gonna follow right off this jump. And I think it's pretty cool. We changed the run up to it because, I mean, it's probably like 100-foot, real steep launch. So you go pretty high and a shallow landing. So I overshot it. We already hit it. I followed off of it. I don't know what happened, but I overshot the landing by probably 20 feet. And I don't know how my wheels are not, I don't know how they're still round. Let me see, but they are no flats. That was probably the hardest I've landed in at least 10 years. So no flats. We're gonna go hit it a couple times and then I'll do my lap times on the 450.
Started with a fist pump.
Yeah. Bro. Good? Yep. All right, so we're back. I just got done reviewing the footage. I'll post just a clip of my fastest lap time on each one, so you don't have to watch, every lap I did. I did 5 laps on the 450 and I did 4 laps on the CR. I was getting kind of tired, so I knew that they were, I already did my fastest lap time already, and I was not getting any faster on this thing. So, but yeah, I'll post my fastest lap times. I wrote them down on a card so you can see side by side. I faded a lot more on the 2-stroke than I did on the 4-stroke. Actually, my 4th lap on here, I almost went off the track. So that was, I think, part of the reason why it started getting a little bit slower. But I definitely felt more tired on the 2-stroke towards the 4th lap. So, which is why I only did 4 instead of 5. But here are the lap times. So on the cr250 on the left-hand column, did a 136, a 137, 137, 138. And my slowest lap time on my 450 was still faster than the fastest on the other bike. So 134, 132, 132, 135, and that 135 I kind of almost went off the track. But yeah, so those are the lap times. What's up, dude? Yeah, definitely felt faster even on the 450. It was a lot easier. Also, I'm riding third gear. This is a very sandy track, so I could use third gear and get out of the turns a lot easier. This kind of sounds like you're coming out of the turns fast, but you know, it's revving out and you're not really going anywhere as much. They have the same tires. This tire definitely has more tread to it, less rides on it than this bike, so it definitely doesn't have anything to do with the tread or anything, getting traction. But it just feels like, you know, you could have this in third if you need to get out of a turn fast, and just get out of it much quicker than this. This you're shifting a lot more. Definitely very fun. Actually kind of whips a little bit easier. I know it's probably the weight difference, but I think just the way the frame feels, it feels very nimble on the two-stroke. Definitely very fun to ride. Looks really good. Suspension, I noticed that after riding the four-stroke a lot, getting back on this, the suspension felt pretty soft. So I adjusted it just a little bit stiffer. Got it feeling pretty good, very similar. And this felt more stink buggy than that bike. This seat dips very low, and these handlebars are pretty high. You could even see the difference here. And this seat is very, very flat, very tall. I could barely reach the ground on this bike, and the bars are pretty low. So I'm gonna actually adjust some stuff. I think I'm gonna lower the sag a little more for the sand, lower the sag a little more, definitely slide these fork tubes down flush. You know, because hopping off this and getting on here made me notice things that I did not like about this. Very minor, but yeah. So that was fun. That was a fun experiment. I knew that this was gonna be faster. I really wanted this to have a very comparable lap time. So I actually rode a little bit harder when I was on the cr250 for sure. This, I kind of did my normal speed, kind of fast laps, and yeah, it's just much easier. So, all right, cool. All right, well, thanks for watching. If you like videos like this, just like and subscribe. And Jax, say peace out. Say bye.
Bye.